Why don't you start learning about cryptocurrency? Have you ever heard about Bitcoin? Well, in this video, I will explain to you what Bitcoin is, and by the end of the video, you will have a good understanding of what cryptocurrencies are. If you watch this video to the end, you will become part of the early crypto community members that actually understand how Bitcoin is key in the evolution of currency. Hi, this is Kundai from PiggiBacks. I hope you're well. So, what are cryptocurrencies? Well, cryptocurrencies are just a medium of exchange. They are a means of carrying out a transaction digitally. They are virtual currencies / digital currencies that are completely independent of government control or any central authority entities such as banks. Basically, they are digital currencies that can only be controlled by the user. This means that you don't have to go through the bank to process a transaction. This is an important aspect within cryptocurrencies called decentralization, and I will get back into it further in the course using a cryptocurrency called Bitcoin as an example. Right, for us to fully understand cryptocurrencies, we need to have a good understanding of what money or currency is. So, what is money? Well, currency / money started developing 6,000 to 9,000 years ago as a medium of exchange. People used something of value. Societies from around the world started to select gold and silver as their primary currency about 3,000 years ago. And then about 680 BC, gold and silver was melted and produced into coins of equal value, which became money. Governments then started creating representative currencies whereby you can deposit your gold or silver into the treasury and you were given notes that were basically a claim check on the gold. So the paper check was supposed to or is supposed to be as good as gold because you can always convert the paper check back into gold. However, in August 1971, President Richard Nixon called for an emergency conference where he announced that foreign countries would not be able to convert their US dollar holdings into gold. This was the birth and creation of our current monetary system, a system where no currency is backed by gold or anything of value. This is what is known as fiat currency. It is currency that is backed by nothing but government promises. The word fiat is actually a Latin word that means currency that is circulating by force. Money has always been something of intrinsic value until the modern age, where governments have created a system where currency is not backed by anything. This means that governments and banks are in control of money as they can print or issue an unlimited amount of new currency without restraint. And with the advent of the digital age, currencies around the world are now digits in a global banking database. This results in our current monetary system being centralized. Now that we have a good understanding of what currency is, we can talk about Bitcoin. So, what is Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin is just a digital currency, also known as a virtual currency or a cryptocurrency, that was created in 2009. It follows the ideas that were set out in a white paper that was written by a mysterious person called Satoshi Nakamoto. Bitcoin is purely digital, which means that there are no physical Bitcoins, only balances kept on a public ledger that everyone has transparent access to. Think of it this way. Digital currency already exists. We already know that banks issue out credit cards, which we use to make transactions or purchases. That is a digital currency. The only difference with banks is that they also have a physical currency, which is called fiat. And Bitcoin, however, doesn't have a physical currency. It's just purely digital. It is built on cryptography, which ensures that the network only allows valid and true transactions. This means that no user is able to manipulate or cheat the system. This is Bitcoin's main feature. It is decentralized. For the first time, you can store value and transfer value without any third party acting as an intermediary. Third parties like central banks, financial institutions, or even governments are unable to control Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a maximum supply of 21 million units. One of the greatest benefits of Bitcoin is that it is divisible. It can be divided into 8 decimal points. Therefore, 0.00000001 BTC is the smallest unit of Bitcoin. It is often called a Satoshi in honor of the inventor. New Bitcoins are released at a predictable rate. This makes it resistant to inflation. Cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin enable international payments and transactions to be made without time restraint. The cost of making these transactions are also very low in comparison to the traditional methods that are available today. This is all possible because Bitcoin operates on a decentralized public ledger called the blockchain. Let me explain this really quickly. So, when consumers make purchases using a currency such as the US dollar, usually banks or credit card companies or financial institutions would verify the accuracy of these transactions. Bitcoin does a similar function at a lower cost without any of these institutions, using a system called hashing. When a person pays another person in Bitcoin, computers on the blockchain rush to check the transaction and make sure that it is accurate and true. In order to add new transactions to the blockchain, a computer must solve a complex mathematical problem. This is what is called a hash. If a computer is the first to solve the hash, it permanently stores the transaction as a block on the blockchain, and this transaction cannot be changed. It will be there forever and is visible to the public. Bitcoin gives you complete control over your money. You only rely on technology and math. This comes with many benefits. To name a few, you aren't reliant on banks anymore to store or transfer value. You can also do anything you want with your money. Nobody will have a say about it. And you can send value anywhere with almost no fee instantly. This would happen in a matter of seconds, minutes, or even just a few hours. It wouldn't take 3 to 5 working days to make a transaction overseas. This is basically payment freedom. With Bitcoin, we have the ability to send and receive money anywhere in the world at any time. And you don't have to worry about cross borders, rescheduling for linked holidays, or other limitations that may occur during the money transfer. You have total control over your money and there's no form of central authority. Bitcoin is also safe because it allows users to control their transactions. You won't get charged any unknown fees, and payments can be made and completed without personal information being linked to the transaction. Due to the fact that personal information is hidden from indiscreet eyes, Bitcoin protects against identity theft, and the Bitcoin wallet can be encrypted and backed up to ensure that money is safe. Another very important advantage is that the information is transparent. With blockchain, all completed transactions are visible to anyone, but personal information is hidden. The public address is visible, but personal information is not related to it. Anyone can check transactions at any time in the Bitcoin blockchain. Further, governments or banks are not able to print out more Bitcoin at any time without notice, deflating its value. Bitcoin also has some drawbacks. Well, because Bitcoin is decentralized, there is no central control. That means that there will be no one to protect you if you send Bitcoin to the wrong person. Bitcoin transactions cannot be reversed. They can only be surrendered by the person who has received the money. This means that if you're investing or trading Bitcoin or any cryptocurrencies, you should only do so with people or organizations that you know and trust, or that already have a recognized reputation. Bitcoin's value is mostly based on supply and demand, which makes it more volatile than the traditional fiat currency. Currently, the Bitcoin price jumps from day to day, especially due to the events associated with digital coins. Bitcoin is still in its infancy with incomplete but emerging functions. To make the digital currency safer and more accessible, new features, tools and services are currently under development. Bitcoin has yet to grow until it reaches its full potential. Think about the time before the internet. Information was very centralized. If you wanted to get information, you'd basically have to go to one of the big players, such as The Times or the London Herald, and a few others like them. However, today, because of the internet, information is decentralized. You can gain access to various forms of information by the click of a button, all thanks to the invention of the internet. When the internet was first introduced, it was still in its development stage. There was something called the dot-com bubble. People didn't know much about the internet and they didn't know how it works, how to use it, and it was quite complicated. However, today, there are a lot of people that cannot live without the internet. Some people can't even imagine a world without the internet. This is kind of the stage where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is still at the beginning stage of its development, and only the future will tell what Bitcoin will eventually become. One thing to note is that Bitcoin is not the only cryptocurrency out there. There are many other cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Cardano, Tezos, and many more. However, Bitcoin is the market leader. It holds the most dominance within the cryptocurrency market and is by far the most popular cryptocurrency. A good place to find out about all available cryptocurrencies is a platform called CoinMarketCap. You can visit www.coinmarketcap.com. I have included a link in the description below. And for those of you that would like to learn how to invest or trade cryptocurrencies, I have written a beginner's guide that I'm currently giving out for free, and I have also included a link in the description below for this, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested in learning how to invest or trade cryptocurrencies. Well, that's it from me for now, guys. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video or have learned something new or gained something valuable from this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that I can notify you guys when I produce more upcoming content. Okay, thank you guys. Take care.